Math Food Club, and today we're talking nothing but reviewing a book. Fire book review. I told you. Yeah. I'm back again. If you're chilling with us right now, live, I bet you're asking yourself, whoa, what's going on today? Yeah, it's your boy Matthew, and I'm talking a book today. I'm reviewing a book. This book I was introduced to me was by my boy Smokey Hustle a few days back. The book is called Melanin, the chemical key to black greatness, and I found it very interesting. So I thought I had to share with the people out there who are chilling with me and watching the episode. Yeah, it might not be that much because you know what I'm saying. This book is something that is new to me. So I'm gonna be telling you as I go with it and telling you how I understand it, and hopefully, because we are live, people can comment and talk to me, and I will answer you back because I will see every comment and every view. Obviously, so far we don't have any views, but yeah, Akuna Kakati, still gonna talk the book. Yeah, we're still gonna talk the book. We're still gonna review the book. Yeah, like I told you, the book is called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. Yeah, the book is written by Carol Barnes, senior research chemist. Yeah, one of the top dogs. The harmful effects of toxic drugs on melanin centers within the black human. Yeah, what drugs do to sabotage our melanin. Obviously, that's what they're trying to take us, because that's the truth. Whatever that these people are doing, they don't just do them for nothing. They do it for a reason. These drugs were created for a reason to not just destroy our lives, but destroy our melanin as well. So, melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. The harmful effects of toxic drugs on melanin centers within the black human body. Yeah, before we go far, we're gonna give you the table of contents. Yeah, because table of contents is very important to know what we are talking about and where is what we are talking about gonna be taking us throughout the day. Yeah, via the table of contents, the first thing that I'm noticing is that chapter one is talking about abstract, yeah, and then comes introduction of the book, and then what is melanin? Whoever doesn't know it, like you know what I'm saying, and how melanin is manufactured in the black human. That I did not know that melanin is manufactured in us. This one is also new to my ears. Melanin production of skin in the skin, melanin production in the skin, and then melanin production in the internal organs, melanin production in your internal organs as well. It's another chapter. What is known about melanin, what people know about melanin, and what people don't know about melanin, obviously. Major organs in the black human that contain high concentration of melanin, and then conditions, actions, traits controlled by melanin and melanin centers. Because melanin controls a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's something that I also did not know. So I'm also new to the knowledge, like I told you. But if you live with me right now, as I am live with you, then you go step by step with me, learning with me, and knowing and understanding what is melanin and how melanin works. Energy states, electron, excitation, how toxic drugs and chemical affect or later melanin's role in life functions, lights, dissolve lights, what are alkaloids, examples of alkaloids used by the body for life function, highly toxic alkaloids that alter the chemical reactivity of melanin, the conclusion of the book, obviously the glossary and the references of the book if you want to know who was involved in the book, where was it, who obviously basically like involved in the research behind the knowledge of the book. Yeah. So like before we waste any of your time, what we like to talk about is like we go straight to the book. Go to abstract, the chemical melanin is unique, is a unique biopolymer, biopolymer or life chemical found in high concentrations in various organs and or functional centers, melanin centers in the black human, black man or black woman. In the past, melanin was considered by Western scientists to be a waste product of body metabolism and serve no useful function within the body of the black human because of prejudice and foolishness. Scientific research of melanin moved at a slow pace or was completely ignored. You know, when they're trying to hide the truth, obviously they'll do their best to not push their researches to their ultimate best. So, in order for them to hide the truth about melanin, many things were done in the past. So people thought maybe melanin was not true, so that people can think being black was like bad. You know, it's a bad thing. Like melanin, you is not that special. Ah, buddy, it's special. Trust me. Yeah. Recently, scientists have discovered that melanin is a refined, complex, multifunctional chemical that has a wide variety of important functions within the body of the black human and in the environment, plants, bodies of water, soil, animals. Melanin is located in important areas of the nervous system and major organs throughout the black human. Yeah, like it's located in very, very important parts of us. Like that's where you find melanin, like especially specifically concentrated in. Yeah. One property of or personally trait exhibited by melanin, which is critically important to the well-being of black human, is its ability to combine or chemically react with various drugs and chemicals. It is proposed here that illegal toxic drugs such as cocaine, LSD, marijuana, heroin, amphetamine, etc., alter or change melanin's chemical structure, electrical charge, and electronic configuration. This thus altering many life-supporting activities. These changes may reduce the function of various organs and the melanin centers in the black human, thus leading to numerous body disorders, such as a reduction in creation of knowledge, a reduction in one's ability to review memory from storage, a loss of motivation, skin rashes, cancer, a reduction of one's ability to phase into various spiritual states or energy states, high blood pressure, reduces physical activity, and maybe the result to early death. So, like you see the fundamentals of our own melanin drug and what they are doing with their drugs to make sure that they kill the importance of what melanin does to our bodies and our internal organs. I think if you've been with me so far and chilling with me, listening, you already understand what today's topic is all about. Yeah. Today's topic is all about melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. Obviously, when I'm talking about melanin personally, I'm trying to be racist or prejudiced. I'm saying we are superiors, blacks, or inferiors, whites, or whatever that people like discussing and arguing about. I'm only here teaching what I also don't know and what most people don't know. And I know most people are interested in melanin. I know specifically a lot of African conscious people are interested in melanin. They even talk about it but might not understand the key functions of melanin in the body and in the internal organs of the body. You know, like I specifically, like me specifically, I won't try to be a better individual than any other person out there. You know. Yeah. Fourth more, legal drugs used by medical profession such as penicillin, neuroleptics for treating psychosis, etc., all have a strong affinity for reacting with and or binding to melanin and may be toxic to all melanin centers of the black human. Finally, environmental herbicides such as paraquats and Agent Orange, dioxin, bind irreversibly with melanin and remain in the black human throughout life, causing many of the body disorders cited above. This report is a general outline of melanin. It's just the report, the general outline of melanin. Its mode of manufacture, location, and influence of cultural parameters. It compares the chemical structure of melanin and major social drugs such as cocaine, LSD, and marijuana, and shows the structural similarities of toxic drugs and melanin lead to body disorder and death in the black human. Future directions relative to research and development of and controlling of melanin environment are also outlined. They outline any future development or research of more talks about melanin and how melanin is important to the body and how is it super important to the internal organs and how drugs can be very bad in both the external and the internal side of melanin. So going straight to the introduction now, melanin is the center, the chemical key to it, to black greatness. Don't forget, we're still talking about that book. If you want it, you can go online and check it out. It's called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. Melanin is obviously something that is unique to us as black people and to humanity as a whole. So going straight to the introduction. The black human is blessed by nature in that he or she is endowed with a highly functional chemical that regulates essentially all bodily functions and activities. The black human is distinguished from other human species in that he or she tends to have a higher number of organs and body systems that contain high concentrated of a chemical that is black in color. This chemical is called melanin and is responsible for manufacturing and sustaining life. Melanin is located in important areas of the black human. For example, such as central nerve system, that's where you find melanin. Autonomic nervous system, autonomic nervous system is where you can also locate melanin. Peripheral nervous system, diffuse neuroendocrine system, visceral major internal organ system. You can also locate the melanin in those body parts specifically. Because of its pervasive presence in the organs, nervous systems, and glands seated above, you would expect melanin to serve some vital function, or nature would not have incorporated it into these systems. The areas of melanin biologically and pathologically have significantly advanced over the past 40 years. Since the first international conference in 1946, which was designed to thoroughly evaluate the chemical melanin 2.3, it appears that Western scientists are indeed interested in the blackness of the black human and have justified its importance by spending millions of dollars annually for its study. Like a lot of money has been put into studying blackness and the power of melanin via into the organs and the body and the importance in us as black people. At the same time, the black human is told and instructed that his blackness is not important. Some white dermatologists today are afraid of melanin and believe it to be a threatening chemical, which whites are afraid of blackness and have developed hypotheses to support their beliefs. This lie or fear is a continuation of the mental genocide that has hampered the black human progress for over 2,000 years. or since the fall of black Egyptian civilization in 332 before Christ. So you understand already, like, if you chilling with me right now watching this podcast, you will understand that like a lot has been done to make sure that people don't acknowledge melanin and the importance of melanin and why we as black people, like, not really that we are super important or whatever, but it makes us special. Melanin makes us stronger. It makes us more competitive. It makes us more immune to some diseases out there. You know. So if you're still chilling with me right now, you're wondering, oh, what the hell is he talking about today? Because we used to, man, we were talking about music. Yeah, man. I'm used to talking about music during the week. Like I told you, Monday to Friday, talking nothing but music, dope music from the West End. But on weekends, specifically Sunday, Saturdays, there's going to be things that we're going to be coming up with, but specifically Sunday, because it's a chill day and everybody's chilling with their mamacitas at home, enjoying this beautiful Sunday. If you're not listening to that R&B, if you're not listening to that, watching those series of movies, and wondering, what can you do? Like, there's something around your hood, like, done. It's what I'm doing right now. So if you have anything to say, there's a comment section in my podcast, obviously, so you can say whatever you want to say. If you're interested in the book, I told you the book is called The Key, Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness, So let's not waste any of your time and continue giving you nothing but the best in the West. If it's not music, it's knowledge, not music, it's knowledge. Yeah. I could write on and on about problems of black human, but it is my intention to present in this report a critical issue that is facing the black human today. The issue, simply stated, is that the entire society of black human is being destroyed with toxic drugs, chemicals, and electromagnetic energy or radiation. These toxic drugs, etc., are directly and indirectly being forced upon our community by white societies. The black human also participates in this inhuman procedure due to lack of awareness of his past, present, future, and his reason for existing on the planet and in the universe. Yeah, that's the reason that, like, we get caught up in all the bullshit that we are part of, like drugs, alcohol, prostitution, killing each other on a daily, because we don't understand the true reason of what we as black people are worth in this earth, like in the universe as the entire. Yeah, like we are very important. Yeah, like until black people realize their importance in this universe and realize the importance of melanin and understand deeply the meaning of what melanin represents to us as blacks, then we're gonna be in trouble. The black human's body, the black human's body chemistry is the most refined, complex, and sophisticated of any human species in existence today. The refinement shows itself in the high mental and physical capabilities as well as the tailored facial features and body structure of the black human. The individual reading these lines may identify with the physical capabilities but may deny the mental capabilities due to the Western civilization. Let me assure you that your mental process, brain power, are controlled by the same chemical that gives black humans their superior physical athletics, rhythmic dancing abilities. The chemical, this chemical, again, my friends, is melanin. The Japanese and other Orientals have higher melanin levels than whites. They are demonstrating excellent mental capabilities with the superior technology that they are marketing around the world. One then may ask, why hasn't the black man progressed in white society? I think you know that question to that answer. But yeah, we gonna go deep because it's not me. I told you, just reviewing a book. These words are not from me. But I think we know why we have not progressed in this white society. What is keeping him from obtaining his goals? Why are other human species with less mental, physical capabilities able to acquire wealth, own and run corporations, and lead nations effectively? The answer to these questions includes major concerns such as lack of economic independence, lack of leadership, lack of organization, crab effect, poor education, lack of knowledge of our great history, poor health, negative Western influence, inferiority complex. I think you know now the answer to the question that you were asking. Like, what is keeping black people from moving forward? Yeah. In this book called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness, they say the reason that the black society as a whole is not moving anywhere, standing on the same spot, not progressing, is because of the lack of economic independence, the lack of leadership, lack of organization, the crab effect, poor education, lack of knowledge of our great history, poor health, negative Western influence, and inferiority complexes. Those are the reasons that black people are not moving. The black nation or society is not moving anywhere. We are forced with many problems. We are faced with many problems as black, as a people. And each problem must be studied and solved individually. All of the problems which are affecting the black human cannot be solved overnight. As expertise and professionalism grow in black society, it is believed that major problems and concerns will eventually be addressed by black humans with a particular professionalism unique to the problem and the concern. Conscious and has developed a Afrocentric mentality. This approach is a hazard, but until we unite as a people, it will have to surface as city wrestling. Toxic drugs and chemicals are destroying the heart of black society and causing many deaths. Toxic drugs such as cocaine, LSD, and marijuana are very similar to melanin and the subunits that make up melanin. Tyrosine, melatonin, other alkaloids. These similarities in chemical structure cause the addicting and toxifying effects of these drugs to work at a faster pace, cause the user to experience higher heights and lower lows, and remain in the black human system for longer periods of time. These similarities are presented in the report. In this report, in an attempt to expose the black human politician, the scientific community, and others to the importance of eliminating toxic drugs and chemicals from the body and the environment in which the black human people are living into today. You know what I'm saying? Like, drugs are killing the black society, that's the reason now we're gonna be giving you knowledge, like knowledge from ancient, not the knowledge that's only from today. But you can see the relation of ancient knowledge and what is happening today, because like melanin is something that has been spoken about from ancient of days. But now you can see the reason why these drugs have been introduced to the society so far. And the reason these drugs have been introduced is simple: it's to kill the melanin. By killing the melanin, the African nation cannot prosper, cannot move forward, cannot grow. Will not see themselves doing anything that is super than what they've been proclaimed to be inferior. So before wasting any of the people's time who may be or who are watching, but so far I can see I have only 0 viewers, but it's not giving me any kakati. Like I told you, what I'm here to do today is just push knowledge, you know. So when it comes to knowledge, not a lot of people want to learn. I understand. Yeah, I was once one of those people, but my brother Smokey Hassel, whom I introduced to reading, reintroduced me, you know. And sincerely, you can see that maybe like I don't want to really chill and read. So he said maybe you can do it by a podcast. And I said, yeah, maybe it can work because like I'm taking this podcast business very serious right now. So I said, nah, let me try it out. And so far, yeah, I think it's working out good. Yeah, because like I'm also getting taught a lot of things that I did not understand about melanin as well. You know? So right now I'm going straight to the key question who everybody might be asking themselves. Melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. The chemical key to black greatness, melanin. The chemical key to black greatness. So today, right now we are about to define what is melanin. What is melanin? This is the most frequently asked questions by the black human when the subject of melanin enters into a conversation. Throughout our entire lives, we as black humans recognize melanin visually as the black chemical in our skin, eyes, and hair. However, for the past several hundred years, it has not sparked our interest. We just take it for granted or we feel negative about it because it causes the black human so many problems and discomforts in the Western society. Melanin has chemical and physical properties which distinguish it from other chemicals. And it's so fantastic, it may be considered divine. You know, that's how fantastic melanin is. It may be considered divine, you know. When we're talking divine, some people understand that when we're talking divine, we're talking God, you know. Yeah, that's how melanin is considered by the ancient African race. Yeah, so if you do not know anything about your own melanin, today I'm teaching you and I'm learning as well. You know how lessons go. People learn as they teach, and they teach as they learn. You know. So obviously, as you learn, you're gonna teach. As much as I'm teaching, I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, West Rand, I'm dropping knowledge. East Rand, I'm dropping knowledge. South Rand, Gauteng, Eastern Cape, whoever might be chilling with me right now, who's interested in ancient African knowledge or any other knowledge. Welcome back to Chilling with Meth Udra on Fire book review. It's a beautiful Sunday, 5th of March 2023. Things are moving kind of differently. I told you that this year we planning on doing stuff, you know, like a lot of different things which gonna pay us in the future. Obviously, you know, the more you do, the more you get paid later. You know, that's how life goes for the people who are doing art. Yeah, so like I told you, divine. It may be considered divine. Melanin is considered divine. Blackness of melanin is a physical property. This physical property, blackness only, designates the color of melanin. Melanin has other physical properties such as odor. Yeah, melanin has a physical property such as odor, smell. Yeah, it has a pleasant smell which is important in sexual attraction. This odor may be attributed to a highly aromatic trait, amine or nitrogen, functional group, and sulfur or elemental metal content within its structure. Did you get that? Odor in melanin has a pleasant smell, which is important in sexual attraction. This odor may be attributed to a highly aromatic perfume trait, amine or nitrogen functional group, and sulfur or an elemental metal content which is structure, within its structure. The second thing that you find within melanin is thermal resistance. Melanin can be exposed to 1125 zero hype and retain approximately 50% of its original property. Like can be frozen but still retain its original property. That's how nice melanin is. Toughness. Melanin structure of aromatic rings make it rigid but flexible like rubber or plastic. This physical property is why the black human skin is fought and is tough and hard to penetrate with a medical syringe. Melanin also causes the expressive, flamboyant, and cocky nature of the black human toughness. In this report, we will discuss melanin with regard of the chemical properties or chemical personality. This approach may begin to help the black human realize his greatness and superior super potential. The chemical structure of melanin is shown in figure. Please take a good look at this chemical structure and commit it to memory. Copy the structure of paper rapidly. This will help you to memorize it in an easy manner. You should be very familiar with the structure. It has caused the black human much bloodshed and suffering just because it is black. However, black humans, please remember, melanin is very great and marvelous, malicious because it organizes and supports virtually all areas within the black body and keep you in constant contact with chemistries of the universe. That was the definition of melanin. So if you are there asking yourself, what the hell is melanin? Yeah, melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. Yeah, if you've been chilling with me so far, and you've been enjoying the review, I hope telling your people to tell their people to keep on subscribing. You'll never know what tomorrow may bring with these book reviews. I might run into a book that you've heard about and you've always wanted to read. Because I got my people out there feeding me good knowledge, and I'm planning to spread it. Figure one is showing us melanin in a chemical structure. Yeah, this is an example of a melanin molecule. There are many types of melanins. Each type structure depends on the monomer units utilized. At the time of this writing, the exact structure is not known. Melanin is an extremely stable molecule and resists most advanced methods of analysis, such as resistance to digestion by strong acids and bases, X-ray diffraction, etc. To date, the research developed on melanin attests it is indeed a fantastic molecule. The above structure was taken from the melanin, the organizing molecule, by Dr. F.E. Barr. The word melanin, when broken down into subcomponents, may be defined as follows. Like even I did not know that melanin is broken down in subcomponents. I'm a rapper. I've been rapping for many years. We've even having this topic about melanin, how great and superior melanin is. But like the word melanin has never been broken down in my presence. So it's the first time that I'm witnessing melanin being broken down into sub-elements, subcomponents. They go as follows. Milano. In Greek, it's a Greek word which means black. The word mel is derived from Milan, therefore male, which means black. Anin is derived from the similar word called imine. Amine is a nitrogen-based functional group derived from ammonia, NH3, and is designated in chemistry as a hydrocarbon amine, which is when it is attached to a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbons are chemical units that contain carbon and hydrogen atoms. Therefore, melanin, black amine. Brothers and sisters, it appears that the chemical that is really a black hydrocarbon amine is a substance that has caused the black human most of his suffering and oppression for over 2,000 years. You know, it's funny how chemicals are even toxic from social, cultural, or political viewpoint. Applied chemistry, you know, it's kind of very funny that something inside of us can be a reason that we were tortured, the reason that we suffered through our time of slavery and oppression. You know. But that's not the topic of today. It's not slavery or oppression. The topic of today, obviously, is melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. You know, because blackness is power. You know. Blackness is power, and people need to start acknowledging that and start spreading the word. There are many people around the world who are professionally involved with chemistry, chemists, biochemists, pharmacists, etc. Individuals in other professions have also taken a college course in general chemistry. They are probably unaware of the fact that this subject had its origins in Egypt and Ethiopia, and points to a knowledge of science by the ancient blacks. First, let's define the word chemist. Chem comes from the word chem, which is what the Greeks called Egypt in ancient times. The Greeks added the vowel to the Egyptian word chem to come up with the word chem. Was used by ancient blacks as a term to designate the people from their land. Chem has been misinterpreted by Western scientists to mean the black land in reference to the soil. History, the study of a particular subject. History. Chemistry, the study of blacks or blackness. Blackness found in the ancient and modern blacks. It is caused by the chemical melanin thereof. Therefore, the study of blackness, study of melanin chemistry, the study of melanin, which is blackness, has been a study that has been generated throughout time. It's not something that only come out yesterday like some other studies, what I'm talking about. Like ancient people have been talking about blackness, have been talking about melanin and the effects of melanin in the human structure, the body, the mind, the organs. Hydrocarbon and hydrocarbon amine. A, the structure that is shown is carbon, hydrogen, hydrocarbon pentane, and B, carbon, hydrogen and amine, hydrocarbon amine, and methyl. Structure A shows a typical hydrocarbon species that contains only carbon and hydrogen. Structure B shows a typical hydrocarbon species that contains an amine group. This is a simple version of hydrocarbon amine. Melanin is a biopolymer of undetermined size. The term melanin is used to represent chemical structures that range in color from golden brown to black and are manufactured in the body from smaller chemical units such as phenylalanine, the amino acid tyrosine, the cataluminase such as dopamine, neuropephrine, epinephrine, adrenaline, which is adrenaline. All these smaller subunits polymerized from the chain into melanin fourth more in elements such as sectorin derived from the dietary terpenoid, melatonin derivatives, B carbonative produced by the pineal gland, also polymerized and co-polymerized to form melanin. Other chemical structures such as purine, petrodrine, nephrodrine, etrylcholine, penozazones, pellicline, flavin, and flavide, either polymerized or co-polymerized into a melanin structure. So melanin is at this point may be defined as a heterogeneous different subunits, many circles or rings, polymer of a higher molecular weight, containing several types of important bond linkages. Saturated carbon, unsaturated carbon, carbon nitrogen, peroxidite, ether, quinine, organometallic, etc., and are generally brown to black in color. Different chemical subunits, bond types, and functional groups are arranged in a specific order, give melanin its unique chemical and physical properties. So if you're wondering what makes it unique, then I think those chemicals that we've been talking about that I wouldn't even spell right, you will check them out. The book that I told you about, Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. So if you're wondering what is the chemical key to us as blacks, like our greatness, some will say it's melanin, some will say it's the knowledge that we possess from the ancient of time. But so far what I'm going to be telling you now is the same thing that I'm learning, like I told you, learning as you go. You're learning as you go. Melanin is also found in our environment, in places such as soil, plant, animals, and in water, in the water of creeks, lakes, springs, seas, and rivers. The concentration of bodies of water varies from parts per million to parts per billion, and it exists as a soluble melanin in these liquid phases. This may point to a therapeutic property of melanin in society that uses natural sources of water for cooking and drinking. In plants and animals in vivo, melanin behaves as a protective device against invading organisms. This may also apply to soluble melanin that is ingested as a food source. So, like melanin is very protective to plants from bugs and dangerous soil chemicals and stuff. So I think so far people have been chilling here with me. We're only gonna be giving you as far as it can go. Obviously, we are not gonna review this book as like the entire book today. But obviously, like I told you, as we're gonna be reviewing these books as per Sundays, we won't stop until we finish a specific book. So if I don't finish this book today, we're gonna continue with the book from where we left it. We're gonna continue talking the same subject until there's interaction, until there's people who are interested in the subject, melanin, or what is melanin and what makes it so special or important in the black body. The next subject that I'm gonna be entering right now in the book called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. It's called Why is Melanin Black? That's the question that all of us have been asking. Tinabomyamani, siyazibuza lo mbuzo lo ukuthi how is melanin black? Nawe ungumuntu, I bet out there uyazibuza nawe lo mbuzo ukuthi kutheni nale melanin yethu imnyama. So ndingakamoshi neli xesha lenu madoda, I will go straight to what I and tell you what the book defines as what is melanin black. Why is melanin black? Yeah, melanin is black simply because of its chemical structure. It's the main reason why melanin is black, because of its chemical structure. Will not allow any type of energy to escape once that energy has come into contact with its structure. Melanin is black simply because its chemical structure will not allow any type of energy to escape once that energy has come into contact with its structure. That is what melanin is. Why? The reason why melanin is black. It will not allow any type of energy to escape once the energy has come in contact with its structure. So that is one of the reasons why melanin is black. A number of steps must take place within the melanin structure to accomplish this task of becoming totally efficient towards capturing energy. When these steps are completed, no energy is reflected away from the surface of the melanin structure. The human eyes sees the color of an object as light reflects from the surface of the object. If no light or energy is reflected, then the object will appear to the eyes to be black in color. If all the energy is reflected from the surface of an object, the object will appear white in color. If an object is red in color, that means the object is absorbing all the energy around it, except the red energy which is reflected away from the object. The eyes capture and process the red light that is reflected. Therefore, you will see red. So let's look at a little closer at to how melanin captures energy, because I'm also wondering how the fuck does melanin capture energy, like they explain. So we're gonna take a look as to how what do they mean when they say melanin can capture energy, let's take a look a little closer to how melanin captures energy. Light energy from the sun and artificial sources to your indoor light bulb or vibrational sound from your stereo all cause melanin to be black in color. For instance, a light wave leaves the sun on your stereo in the form of energy particles and or vibrational sounds and travels in space until it contacts the melanin structure in your skin and other areas of your body where it is absorbed by melanin. Melanin may be viewed as a battery that is partially charged and can always accept an electrical charge. In the case below, the melanin battery is 50% charged. Energy, so they're showing how the energy, how you charge melanin via the sun. So they show you as a battery form. They're showing the melanin as a battery form, not in a human structure. Like as a battery being charged 50% from positive to negative from the sun. When the energy particles from the sunlight or your stereo comes in contact with the pole of the melanin battery, it will increase the charge of the melanin battery to a certain degree. Let's say 60%. For example, just making an example. Previously charged level was 50, new charge level is 60 melanin battery. This is what we're calling a melanin battery. It means it is charged a little bit with it is at a 10%. Yeah. When the energy is captured, the melanin battery has more energy to utilize in body metabolism and memory processes. Melanin obtained this energy free directly from the surroundings. This means that the black human can charge up his melanin just by being in the sun or around the right type of musical sound or in other energy sources. What happens to the molecular levels is that electrons in melanins molecular vibration or molecular brills rearrange themselves and undergo what is known to science as a resonance. That's what happens. This arrangement of electrons causes certain double bonds to shift their position to sites in the melanin molecule that are low in energy. Let's take a look at its small fragment of the melanin structure as it is like illustrated in resonance. Example, melanin fragment. We are showing the sun as an energy particle and melanin as chemicals like free radical, like radical thing that attracts from the sun and becomes more powerful as it gets the radiations of the sun. The energy particles enter the molecule at the positive pole. The dotted lines in the chemical structure outlined within the arrows show how the double bonds move around the structure to lower energy sites to deposit the new energy that is absorbed by molecule, which is molecules. The shifting of the double bonds will continue until a stable area is obtained within the structure and the energy is safely captured. The energy can now be used in body metabolism. This is an example of melanin eating energy from its surroundings, and it is an excellent chemical property. That, my friend, is why melanin is black. Melanin can rearrange its chemical structure to absorb all energy across the radiant energy spectrum, even the negative energy that is around you. This includes forms of energy such as sound, which is music, radar waves, radio and TV waves, microwaves, thermal radiation heat, visible light, X-ray, cosmic rays, which is UV light, Earth magnetic energy, electromagnetic energy. This is further confirmed by McGene's. He states that an efficient phonon coupling to excited electronic states allows absorbed radiance to be partially or totally retained in the sense that the energy is transferred to the internal degrees of freedom of the micromolecule rather than being radiated as a visible UV light. How melanin is manufactured in the black body of a human being. I bet many people are asking themselves the same question. We are born with it, but again, it's manufactured. That's a question that I'm also asking myself. So, the book, like I told you, Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness, is going to define that all for you. So without wasting any of your time, if you are new and you just tuned into the podcast and you asking yourself, hey, what's happening, man? We used to you reviewing music. Now what's going on, bruh? I'm talking on weekends. I told you that Sundays is gonna be us reading a book and reviewing it like on the spot, like live for you to stream and check out and spread the word. And then if you have any questions, of course, you know, there are comment section there in YouTube. Then we're gonna be answering those questions direct. As you ask them there, we answer them on the podcast. We don't answer them there by sending you a message or something. We answer you at the podcast as you are watching, and then get the answer to your question right there, and then we tell you our level of understanding, and we also try to check your level of understanding, because obviously as human beings we don't understand things equally and at the same way, you know. So the next chapter now that I'm gonna be venturing in before I waste any of your time is called How Melanin is Manufactured in the Black Human Bodies. Yeah, it's a question that I also ask myself, obviously. I never thought like melanin was something that is manufactured. I thought it's something that we are born with, but even things that you are born with obviously get manufactured, like gold that is something that is naturally on the ground but is manufactured nowadays, some fake golds and stuff, something like that. So I'm thinking that when they manufacturing it, it might not be the purest form of melanin. I think it's not what I assure you, because it's only me telling you about melanin, the chemical key of black greatness. Yes, chilling with your boy, man, food, and don't waste any of your time. Subscribe, tell your people to tell their people we are. Yeah, we're dropping some knowledge now, dropping some knowledge. How melanin is manufactured in the black human body. Melanin is manufactured in highly specialized cells called melanocytes, the melanocytes, black cells. It is also believed that melanin is manufactured in other cells such as leukocytes, white blood cells, mast cells. Melanin is produced inside the melanocytes by a smaller species of organelle called the melanosome. Melanosome is a membrane-bound vehicles that have their origin in the endoplasmic reticulum. In the endoplasmic reticulum, yet melanocytes, melanosome, melanin. The manufacture of melanin is in the skin and various organs throughout the body of the black human depends on a catalyst located, a battery located within the melanosome. The melanosome. The catalyst or battery provides the necessary energy to convert small chemical units such as fluorescence, serotonin, melatonin, etc. to melanin. There is the diagram right there. I know you won't see it from where I'm sitting, yeah, but I know you're gonna see it from where you are sitting. Okay, I think I should have went right direct to the book, but okay, no problem. The next time I'm reviewing the book, as you are watching the screen, you're gonna see it with me. As I'm moving the mouse, you're gonna see it with me. Yeah, I'm gonna do that double video thingy where you can see what I see and also see me. Yeah, now I'm watching it alone and you are not. So if you are at home chilling and opening like you have internet and you already open your computer, checked on learning the chemical key to black greatness PDFs, then you are with me and we are moving together along. Yeah. Ferrousness. Ferrousness is a large organic substance that is bonded to copper metal. Peroxidase, human enzyme, is believed to manufacture melanin through the aid of existing melanin. The melanin copper species produced within melanin binds the copper metal, binds to copper metal. It is believed that this melanin copper species can work in the absence or presence of the ferrousness catalyst to the manufacture melanin. This is very significant because it gives melanin the ability to reproduce itself when other sources are not available or when other sources are at a low level or constrained, which are not sufficient for melanin manufacture. The concentration or degree of blackness of various organs or melanin centers throughout the body of a black human depends on the next three steps that I'm going to be telling you. Yeah, these steps are the steps that I'm watching as I'm reading this book. Don't think Mr. Genius knows everything. He has been knowing it, but he's been hiding the knowledge. No, 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 don't get me wrong. I'm only teaching you this as I'm learning it. I told you that I was introduced to this book by my homie Smoky ass, so melanin, the chemical key to black greatness. So like it was very interesting to me when I checked it out. So I found it like something that you can share with the people that are interested in knowing what is melanin and how it works. I know there's many podcasts out there, maybe of people who are talking about what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about what I'm talking about in a different way that I'm going to be talking about it. So let me take you to the concentration or degrees of blackness of various organs or melanin centers throughout the body of black human. That depends on a catalyst concentration, a catalyst chemical reactivity or catalyst electrical charge, melanin type, and molecular weight. These parameters are the genetic basis of that determine the continual production of melanin throughout the entire life of a black human. The degree of blackness can be further enhanced above and beyond the genetic basis of the action by the action of solar radiation, sunlight, UV light, cosmic rays, etc., and other chemicals utilizing the melanin producing catalyst within the melanosomes. This commonly called sustain music. This this is commonly called sutan, sutan music, jazz, reggae, juju, soul, and etc. also plays a role in melanin manufacturing. The albino white man has numerous body defects due to the lack of genetic to produce a melanin. Their melanocytes and melanosome and mast cells, etc., do not contain the proper catalyst concentration, chemical reactivity, and or electrical charge needed to produce significant levels of melanin in various melanin centers throughout their bodies. They produce a less effective, lower mass molecular weight melanin called phenylalanine, phenylalanine, pheomelanin, a pseudomelanin. Therefore, their organs and systems which depends upon melanin to work effectively do not operate well and may suffer numerous disorders such as a rapid aging, cancer, poor physical and mental capabilities, low morals, racism, and etc. 3C's activity are catalyst activity in various racial groups is outlined in figures 4, 5, and 6. Racial traits due to melanin or lack of melanin may be summarized as follows in figure 6. Type 1. These individuals are white and cannot produce melanin. They have blue eyes, blonde and red hair, white skin, and often have freckles. They have a Celtic background, Irish, Scottish, Welsh. They are most prone to develop melanoma and other types of skin and organ cancer. They show skin aging early in life between the age of 25 to 30 years. Type 2. These individuals are white and produce very low levels of melanin. They have hazel and blue eyes, have red and blonde hair. They often have freckled skin. They are very prone to developing skin cancer. They show skin aging early in life between 25 and 30. Type 3. These individuals are white and produce moderate to low levels of melanin. They have blonde, brunette, or lightly pregnant hair. They show a moderate to high risk of developing skin or other organ cancer, shown skin aging by the age of 30 to 40 years. Type 4, these individuals are white, who are likely tan and include Japanese, Chinese, Italian, Greek, Spanish, and red Indians. They produce moderate levels of melanin. They show a moderate risk of developing skin or organ cancer. Type 5, these individuals are brown skinned and include Mexican Indians, Malaysian, Puerto Ricans, and other Spanish speaking people. They produce moderate to high levels of melanin. Their eyes and hair are deep brown or black. They show aging after the age of 50. They seldom develop skin or organ cancer. Type 6 individuals are black in color, include Africans, Egyptians, Ethiopians, Nigerians, etc. Their eyes are and hair are black. They virtually have a no incidence of skin cancer. They show skin aging after the age of 50 to 60 years. Tyrosine activity or catalytic activity in various racial groups is outlined in figure 456. Racial traits due to melanin or lack of melanin may be summarized as follows in figure 6. Type 1. These individuals are white, cannot produce melanin. They have blue eyes, blonde and red hair. White skin often have freckles. They have Celtic background, Irish, Scottish, and West. They are most prone to develop skin cancers. Yeah, I think we done with those types. I think everybody understands the types by now, so far by now. And right now, what we are giving you is something else. Yeah, it's something else. And hopefully people are still chilling with us and enjoying every moment as we are giving you a very dope book, inspire book review, a book called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. If you're asking yourself, what is the chemical key to blackness? Yes, melanin, that's what makes us so different from others. Yeah, so without wasting any of your time, I'm gonna go straight to melanin production in the skin. How does melanin produce itself in your skin? The chemical reactions that lead to melanin production in the skin, integumental melanin, are outlined below figure 2. If the body uses amino acid tyrosine as the starting material to manufacture melanin, the mechanisms may proceed. Step 1, tyrosine catalytic reaction TPA. Step 1, single hydroxy group 1 OH was added to the benzene portion of tyrosine 5 hydroxy and lefinin to produce DOPA. 5.6 deoxyriboline. C arrow over DPOA in step 1. The extra hydroxyl group increases the polarity of the structure and may allow DOPA to permeate membranes and tissues that could not be permeated by tyrosine. This step is significant in that it produces substances from which a quinone can be produced. Quinones are important chemicals for melanin producing, and they must be produced to ensure that melanin is manufactured. In step 2, it is converted, again utilizing the tyrosine catalyst. Notice the two oxygen atoms do not have the hydrogen. Atoms attached C arrows over DOPA quinine. They were removed by the action of the tyrosine catalyst. This step is a reaction called dehydrogenation. Step 3, the amino acid amino undergoes catalyzation to produce indole. Once the indole quinone is formed, the action of oxygen causes the species to polymerize into melanin, which is deposited to the skin. This is the outline. Step 4. Melanin production in internal organs. If you are asking yourself the importance of melanin in the organs inside your body, yeah, going straight to the topic right now, the melanin production in internal organs. The topic that we're talking about was the importance of melanin and how it affects one's growth from aging to skin diseases, organ diseases, you know, and proving again the advantages of having melanin as black people. So melanin production in internal organs. The chemical reaction that leads to melanin production in internal organs is outlined below. Melanin in internal organs, usually called visceral, neural. Melanin, if the body uses the amino acid tyrosides as the starting material to manufacture neuro. melanin. The mechanisms may proceed. In step 1, a single hydrogyl group was added to the benzene portion. Hydrochemical to produce. See an arrow below. In step 2, the manufacture of the present brain cells, and in areas such as substantia nigra, lipophysin, and mitochondria, etc. It will undergo a reaction called decarboxylation. Decarboxylation is the removal of carboxylic acid group from DOPA. The arrow indicates this group is removed from the DOPA structure. The product formed from this chemical reaction is dopamine. In step 3, below, dopamine may be converted into dopamine quinine, probably utilizing the tyrosinase catalyst. Notice again that the two oxygen atoms on the dopamine quinine structure do not have the hydrogen attached as they were on the dopamine structure. Always remember that the formation of quinones in step 3 is an important step in melanin production. The ability to remove these hydrogen atoms by catalytic action is very important in the manufacturing of melanin. These are very important chemical reactions that ensure melanin production and continuing good health. These reactions are great parameters which we as black people tend to take for granted. In step 4, the dopamine quinine undergoes internal catalyzation. This is probably caused by the basic nature of the amine group and the increased electromagnetic properties of the benzene ring due to the quinone configuration caused by electronegative oxygen. The electrons are shifted in all the directions of the quinone oxygen. This electron withdrawing effect will cause the basic nitrogen to share its electron. Once internal catalyzation is complex, the product produced in cream, the step similar to step 3 of the skin, the production of melanin. In step 5 below, indole and quinone formation to melanin throughout the reaction of the oxidation and the catalytic source. Furthermore, in step 3, depending on the organs containing dopamine, dopamine may proceed through steps involving neurophorin and epinephrine, and eventually polymerizing into neuromelanin. So if you ask yourself, what is that? We're going straight to what is known and what is not known about melanin. Because like there are things that are known by people about melanin, and there are things that are not known. Like I've just said a lot that is not known by melanin so far. So if you've been chilling with me on episode 13, where we are reviewing a book called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness, yeah, you will understand that today we are not giving you a pre-recorded, we are giving you a live one. We are live with you. YouTube, check us out on our channel. I know everybody who's subscribing now knows that we are on, we are live. Yeah, like I told you, I don't expect anybody that I know or anybody that I think is supporting me to support me. I expect strangers, people out there who just appreciate when somebody's doing something good about their life instead of chilling and doing nothing and complaining non-stop. This year we decided to do that. I told my people that this year we're pushing a movement. The movement is going forward so far. There are moves that we are busy with. We'll go further to those as we are growing with the podcast. But so far today, we're only going to be talking nothing but the book that I told you about, the melanin, the chemical key to black water. Yep. I'm back again. I bet you were asking yourself, what the hell just happened right now? You know, man, got responsibilities, man. I had some laundry on the line and the rain is pouring right now. So I'm assuming that today we're gonna leave it to where we are. What is known about melanin? Yeah. Until the next day, till the next Sunday, we're gonna continue where we left it. So adios to everybody who's been with us. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.